here's the thought, and I don't know if this is real or not, so you tell me, but I was just talking with ChatGPT. I was like, hey, listen, pal, I need some habits. I need some good habits for me. I need to think about, how do I make it big? I think what ends up happening on social media is there's 500,000 ways to grow on social media. And so everybody thinks their way is the best way, just frankly. Everyone thinks their strategy is the best strategy. And I had this just like epiphany moment as I was trying to, and this is why sometimes AI is helpful, but I don't go to ChatGPT to like solve my problems. I go to ChatGPT to help me work through my problems sometimes. And then I come up with the solution. I still think humans are way better at problem solving than AI is. It's just, anyways, because I came up with this, and I was thinking about this, is that, I'm being pressured by all these other people, especially when you get on Instagram, especially when you get on TikTok. It's like all these influencers, all these like lifestyle personal brands. And it makes you think like, man, I should do that. If I want to be successful, I need to be able to do that. I need to be able to influence others with my life so I can make tons of money. And first off, I think I realized, like, actually don't want to do that, funny enough. Like, what I just thought through is, like, instead of asking, like, how do I get this result? Like, let's say I just want to be an influencer. Let's just say I want to be successful on a platform and do it full time. You don't want to ask that question. You don't want to work backwards from that goal, because that goal is a dream. That's the dream. That's not a goal. The goal should be, what is the life that you want with that dream? Hang tight with me. Hang with me. Do you actually want to film every moment of your life? I don't. I don't like filming my life. It's actually super boring. It's like frustrating. It's annoying. I don't like it. Because then every single part of your life becomes content. So then you're sitting around having a dinner with your wife and kids, and you start thinking, like, maybe I should film this. Something cute just happened with your kids, and instead of just soaking it up and like sitting in it and being there and maybe journaling about it later, you wonder, like, this would do numbers online. That is a horrible way to live life, especially as a parent, especially as a human, especially as a friend, as a husband, whatever you guys are. So here's what I thought about just now, and I think it's worth discussing and sharing with you, is like, what are the habits that I want to have? That's an interesting question. Not what are the habits that everyone thinks you should have. Like, what are the habits of the most successful people? Not those habits. What are the habits that you want to have? And so let's just do it right now. I'm going to do a little diagnostic of, like, what are some habits that I have, that I do have already, and that I do like, and habits that I already have and don't like, and how do I replace the ones I don't like with the habits that I do want? How do I do more habits that I want? So here we go. Habit that I do like is I am relatively healthy, in the sense of, like, I want to go exercise. So I wake up, whatever, and throughout the day I have a habit of desiring to exercise, whether that's going for a run, working out in my garage, whatever. Now, I might not look it because I haven't gone ham, I'm not super whatever, but I've stayed active for 10, almost over a decade. Ever since I was 23, let's call it, and my friend who was 30 at the time, I was like, what's one piece of advice? He said, do you work out? I said, yes. He's like, don't ever stop. Because when you stop, it gets harder. It's hard. The older you get, the harder it is to start. So if you just keep going, even at a slower rate, you're going to be more successful. You're going to keep doing it. So I was like, okay, I'll take that. So there's that. I've been fit. I journal relatively consistently. What else do I do? I also I spend time in the Word. Maybe not as much as I would like, but I do it. I read the Bible. Let's call it 5 days out of the week. Let's talk about some habits I don't like. I don't like that I go to bed late. I don't like that I scroll on social media a lot. Less than I used to because I deleted Instagram, TikTok, Twitter off my phone, but now I do it a little bit on the computer, and I scroll a lot on YouTube. So, and what else do I do? Last thing, I don't like that one of my habits is procrastination, or just like I work in sprints. Most of my work is very sprint focused, so I'll do it for like a month, and then I don't do it for a month, and then I do it for a month, and then I don't do it for a month. So I'm like consistently inconsistent. Same with like fitness sometimes, or eating right. Like I'll eat good for a month, and then I don't eat good for 2 months, and then I eat good for a month or 2 or 3, and then I don't eat good for 3 months, and it's like I keep going back and forth. So I am still, out of the year, on average, I am doing it majority or at least half the year, but it's not consistently all day, every day. I also don't like that that's how it is with filming content too, like making videos. I actually really enjoy making videos whenever I don't care about my brand, or I don't care about my niche, or I don't care about X, Y, or Z. I really enjoy doing that. I made a video every day, Monday through Friday last year. And that was one of the most fun I had making content for a while. Now, they didn't all get crazy amounts of views, but it was fun, like, making those videos. And it was even more fun filming the big, long ones, but it's got me thinking, like, man, that's a habit that I do enjoy. So maybe I just need to get back to that. Like, don't try and blow up. Don't try and brand myself as someone or something. Just keep posting, and things will work out. Now I need to spend more time with my family. I do that already, and I want to do it more. So here's probably what I'm just trying to get at, and this is the final point. And after that, retention's going to drop, so I'm going to cut the video. Don't think about what everyone else is telling you to do. Like, it's very easy because a lot of gurus and successful people will tell you how to do what they did. But the good news with content is, like, you don't have to do that. You can just kind of, like, you can figure out for yourself what you want to do. And there's some strategy involved, and I think strategy is important. But don't just do it because someone else told you to do it. Think through, and this isn't like verbatim everyone's telling you, but this is like subliminally. Like, people are telling you need to monetize every aspect of your life, when in reality you don't actually have to. You can just do one really hard thing and make money off of that.